Welcome to Overall Thursdays, episode 3.
Trace.
Thanks for watching, if you have been watching.
All 16 of you, thank you.
Our one listener, we're really grateful to have you. And if this is your first time, welcome. We're going to tell you what we're over, because we're over all of it, but we break it down. So I'll start us today. And I'm following Nadia's example and I have notes. So today I just wanted to say something I'm over with. So SNAP benefits went away and then they're allegedly coming back. And there are a lot of massive misunderstandings about who qualifies for SNAP and how difficult it can be to fill out the paperwork to, qualify and meet all the expectations. So I just had some stats I wanted to share. So 86% of SNAP benefits go to homes that have children, elderly people, or people with disabilities. 39% of that is specifically in homes that have children. 11% of those children are under the age of 5, and 28% of those are school aged. And then 42% of benefits go to people 18 to 59 years old, 19% for seniors. And then this is interesting, the majority of the racial breakdown, the majority of people, so 37% is the majority white. So I just think that is important for people to understand, that whereas all these misconceptions of who's qualifying for these benefits and we're paying for all these things, it's just not true. You are misinformed. And I just wanted to break down what those stats are. Then the last stat is the average gross income, monthly income for a home that qualifies for SNAP benefits is $1,059. So I just want you to do a little reassessing. And could you live on $1,059 a month? Think about all the things you have to pay for. Like, let's get real about it, because I'm literally over the fact that people want to have all these assumptions and judgments about who's qualifying for SNAP benefits, and I don't want to pay for this, and these people don't deserve that. Well, first of all, it's none of your business. And second of all, they're doing everything that they're required to do to qualify for it. And 3, you should be grateful that you are not in that position, and shut your mouth and just be supportive. And I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over it. That's what I have today.
Oh, I thought you were leaving. I was like, wow.
I'm over it.
And she's done. Mic drop. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I'm over.
Well, I agree with you 100%. I'm over that too. And I'm over the judgment of people that need SNAP benefits are lazy and they're just sitting at home, that they don't deserve any candy or soda or anything that any other person on the earth would buy. I get it.
Well,
I get it.
Another thing that people don't realize, you can't buy alcohol and you can't buy tobacco products with your EBT card. And when people are like, well, who's monitoring that? You know who's monitoring that? The EBT card. It will not process through when the purchases don't qualify. So again, try to put your privilege and your judgment somewhere else, not over here. It's not welcome. Over that.
We're over you putting your judgment over here.
Yes, it goes over there.
Yeah, not over it.
Actually, there's no room for it at all.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Goes in the garbage.
Good call.
This is what I'm over. So last night I was talking to Annie about all the things I'm over, and I had to pick one, and what I've chosen for today is the fact that I don't think we any longer have a two-party system in politics. I think we have one party that calls themselves different names, but I don't think we have two, because of how things get voted for, things that all of a sudden disappear, things that are made okay. And I truly think that this is because of donorship and how much money is donated meaning made bribes to our politicians. And I think that there should be a law. If we can't make it so that there's a certain cutoff with how much a person can donate, to a politician, I think that there should be a law where they are required to wear a jacket everywhere they go, just like NASCAR does, showing us who they are sponsored by or who they're
indebted to.
Who bribes them.
Yeah.
Because it's going to make us make a lot more sense to why they voted the way they did, because they are absolutely not voting in our
best interest.
best interest. And I think, honestly, like, I think some people would need a bigger jacket than the people at NASCAR wear. Like, they might need, like, trench coats or something
Coveralls?
with, like, or coveralls, or something maybe with a long train to show us how many people have bribed them. I'm not going to mention any names, but might sound like Clump. And even on the other side, like, I'm going to have to say Boomer. Sounds like Boomer.
Sounds like Boomer.
Sounds like Boomer. And, you know, they could have, like, flags of countries that they're in solidarity with and that they've made promises to. They can have like little logos of all the companies, and they're gonna probably have to be
Wear
small.
it on their sleeve,
Ooh,
literally.
it could be like, the more they donate, the bigger the patch. Just like on a concert venue, and it's like the opener, and then like the smaller writing is like the tiny bands.
Right.
So maybe something like that.
Yeah, or the people that like donate to like the plays or whatever, like how like they have like little
Ooh, their
things.
names. Ooh, what if they all had to get them tattooed?
Oh my gosh.
Like they're like a wall of like.
That would even be better, because then it would always be reminders for us as to why things don't happen. Like, why don't we have health care? Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's because of all of the insurance companies that have donated to every single politician on both sides. And it would be nice for us to be able to see in real time who these people are getting money from. That's all.
Yours goes hand in hand with Annie's.
I mean, I think it makes. Ultimately, what you're saying is you want accountability. And you're over the fact that we are being like bamboozled.
All
by
of us.
the billionaires.
We can't say, MAGAs can't go around saying that the Democrats are a bunch of sheep, idiots, and Democrats who have been on their high horse forever saying, oh, we are the ones that talk about help people and blah, 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 and we're so much better and smarter than everybody. No, we're all a bunch of idiots. And we've totally been screwed by the politicians and by big donors and big companies that have all the money, and we're all just playing right into their hands.
You're over it.
Absolutely.
I'm over it too.
All right, what you got?
Okay. I do have notes. Just to make sure and refresh you. Mine's a little more simple this week, okay? I am over people feeling entitled for an explanation. And by that I mean, I've noticed this a lot with our students this week in particular, is our students are always saying, I have to make excuses for not wanting to hang out with somebody, or for this, that, and the other. Let's normalize not feeling like we have to explain ourselves. Like, if you don't want to be friends with somebody, say it. You don't have to say anything else. Why does that person, like, deserve or need acknowledgement or, like...
Need an excuse. Need
Yeah.
an explanation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Same goes for an example. We had a student even today say that they tell their mom to tell their friends that they're grounded so that they don't have to go hang out. Just say you don't want to hang out.
No is a complete
Be more
sentence.
clear. Yeah. And you don't have to. I feel like people are so pressured to explain why. But sometimes there doesn't need to be a why.
I agree.
You know?
I think that came along with like answering machines and and technology, right? Like, so when I was first on the planet, we didn't even have answering machines, and the phone would ring, and if we didn't catch it, then guess what? People would have to call back. And then it just grew from there, and And as soon as people knew that we knew that we got a message somehow, then all of a sudden we're required to give them an excuse as to why I didn't reach back out or why I didn't do something. And I totally agree with you. No is a complete sentence, and we can just leave it right there.
Yeah.
That being said, it's time for us to go feed our dogs.
And our
I'm just kidding.
our cameraman just gave us a little little tip. And he held up his phone and he had typed out largely for us, "You don't know anyone an explanation." Okay, he didn't say that part, but
Yeah.
you don't owe people an explanation for your life, right? Like you said, no is a complete sentence, right? But here's another part where it gets tricky. And this is where kids, I think mostly teens, really screw themselves. What's with like everybody sharing their location with everybody?
Ooh, that's freaky.
Because that goes right in, right? Because now I can't say, oh, I have to stay home tonight, knowing 50 of my friends are going to see me not at home.
Yeah.
So like, I understand needing to have like safety with that, but it leads to this stuff where all of a sudden it's like people think they owe you like your whole itinerary or whatever. And it just like really complicates relationships when you're like, I don't know, like I'll watch Nicole's location when she's driving from like a far away to make sure she's safe. But like, I'm not always checking to see where my people are.
Yeah.
And I think teens do.
I caught one of my really good friends a couple years back lying about where they were all the time to get out of things. It causes some issues because
it feels like a lie.
Well,
people get caught up lying.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing is people lie because they don't want to hurt feelings and da-da-da-da-da.
I've also...
At this point, we've all hurt each other's feelings so much that it would probably just be easier just to say no and walk away instead of all the bullshit that we put through each other through.
It's like you were saying, people feel like they're owed an explanation for your own life decisions, and it's like, why?
When sometimes it's not even that complicated.
Right. A lot of times it's just like, I don't want to, and that is a perfectly
normalize
acceptable
saying
reason.
no, too.
Yes.
You know, when we first met, we always had to pre-plan and have a escape route or escape plan, and our code was always like, we got to go feed the dogs. Like, that being said, it's time for us to go feed our dogs. Even
not only was she ready, but she was past ready.
I was past ready. But now people understand that I have a social battery that runs out pretty quick, and I'll just say, I'm ready.
It's true. Because my social battery can go forever. And hers is like this. I'm ready to go. Like, that's it.
Yep.
And then I'm like, cool. That means I have about 20 more minutes before she implodes.
That is accurate. That is accurate.
Try expressing that to your friends, though, too, because we've talked, me and Elliot, me and the cameraman have talked about, to our roommate, about just in general being comfortable with saying no, too.
Yeah.
Like, if we don't want to hang out, or if you're done, just let us know. We'd rather be honest about things like that. And I've had that conversation with a couple of my friends, and I feel like it's one of those boundaries you don't think of, but it's so helpful.
Mm-hmm.
It is, just for clarity.
Yeah.
And then it just avoids all the snowball BS that happens of assumptions and miscommunication and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. As a person from Gen Z, I will say that my generation in particular and the newer ones on are the generation of people pleasers.
Are you kidding me?
I think it's...
I think that is absolutely wrong.
Oh. In my experience.
No, I think what we are saying is that it's more public and it's more demanded. Mm-hmm. We grew up in people pleasing in a silent guilt trippy way. Yeah. You guys are growing up with it in an in your face, you owe it to me kind of way.
Yeah.
And so it makes it so complicated.
Because I just think of it in the sense of like work, right? Like where Gen X, like we work ourselves until we die, and that's what like we were taught.
You like jazz?
And we never take a day off, and COVID was really hard for us because we had to take days off, and it was all to like please our boss, please the company we work for, do all those things. And then along comes Gen Z and it's like, oh, I pulled my calf muscle. I'm going to have to take a week off. All of those types of things. And it's
Oh,
just
I hurt my back, and then I'll come to the staff Christmas party.
Yeah, that
The shade.
Yes, exactly.
I think our cameraman had a comment.
Yes, I do. I was gonna go off of Nadia and say I think everyone, no matter what generation you were born into, were taught to be people pleasers in different ways. But this newer generation is starting to combat that and fight that and say, hey, it's actually not selfish of me to say no and to put myself first and to protect my peace. That's not a selfish thing for us to do. And a lot of older generations might say, well, no, that's selfish, that's wrong of you to do, but we're starting that.
Yeah.
It's like the pendulum swing, right?
Right.
We got to find that middle space, because I agree. And I don't I think people generally do need to be more comfortable with like holding the boundary, but also, maybe this has come old, but also I think there needs to be some realistic understandings of like when it's too much, or like when you're just being a little
That's accurate. Like if
Bleep
you take a week off for a vacation and then take 3 more days off because you got a sunburn on your vacation, like it's too much.
Wah, wah.
You know what I mean? Like we have to like have a balance, and mental health days are great, but
Okay, pause. I think that's what we can be over next time.
okay. That's all.
Come back next week.
Come back next week
Where we talk about mental health days.
Where we talk about that. Okay, thanks for being a part of our conversation today. Do all the things you're supposed to do on all the social media sites and click all the buttons that do all the things.
And if you're interested in donating to our food drive, we're still accepting donations.
Still going.
Down below.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Bye.
Share.